Well, hello there, friends, and welcome to Free Stuff and Killer Deals. I'm your host, Wes. With me, as always, my good friend Roots. Roots, it's that magical episode number one, brother.
I know, it's crazy. It's been a while for that one, right? We haven't had a first for a while. I
Yeah, I know
feel,
it. I'm uncomfortable, Roots. I'm getting out of my routine.
I know. I was starting to say I'm feeling nervous for the first time in a while. Like, what the hell's going on? I'm not supposed to be nervous. There's so many episodes under our belt. So,
Well, this is kind of a little something the same, but at the same time, it's a little something different uh, because we get to just be honest and upfront with the people with this episode or this series, rather. Uh, we're just here to sell you games, folks. That's what we're going to do today, and that's what we normally do on just about every show. But it's good to have a dedicated series just to selling these games.
I like to separate it. I like it separated a lot from the show because it was like at the end of all like 2 hours of talk, hour and a half, and by that time, people are, even myself, I'm starting to tune out. And these are really good. Almost every week, there's something amazing to look at and to pay attention to. So I think highlighting it on its own is good.
Yeah, so for those of you who may be new to the channel, this is a brand new series, but it isn't something new. We've been doing this week after week after week on our Sunday podcast. And basically, what we're doing here is each and every week, I scour the internet, digging around, looking where I shouldn't, Roots, to find the very best deals in VR gaming, uh, you know, kind games games that just need a good home and they
Mm.
could really spread their wings and fly. So we're hoping that one of you will take one of these less fortunate games home with you tonight for not very much money, if any at all.
Man, if you think about it, 50 cents a day if you spread it out. No, I don't know what that's what they used to say
They're,
about the
the
helping out.
games are all free, but some of them do have a small uh, adoption fee. So, you
Mhm.
know, $2, $3, $10. I mean, it's a
$30.
small price to pay, isn't it?
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. Mash Daddy starting the show off right says, let's start the new show off right. So throwing a $5 donation. And is that better, Sion? He said, Sion said you were a little low. But that's because I turned you a little bit low because when you turned your volume up, it was like in my face.
Oh,
So
really?
I thought, oh God, it's too loud. But then apparently I overcompensated. So as long as everything's good, let us know, Scion. How does it sound? Want to make sure we didn't do that. That was one thing we skipped was a sound check, right? Until the
Well,
countdown was already.
yeah, we can't start this show off without the traditional check one two check
Yeah,
syphilis check, dude. If I didn't say syphilis at least once or twice, we'd probably end up getting a copyright strike or something.
well, that's true. You know who else has syphilis? Oh wait,
My
I don't want to put
mom.
that out there, but that's what I heard.
All right. So thank you, Eric, for the $5 donation, saying that he wants to start the show off right. And Diz showing up with $5 donation as well. He says, cheers. So thanks, guys. Thanks for the support. We really appreciate it. And I'm excited. I'm excited to have something new to play with here. But this isn't going to be our usual show. For those of you who've been with us for for the entire ride or for a smaller portion, know that we tend to drag on and carry on a little bit and just kind of let the conversation take us. This series specifically meant to be a little more focused, a little more down to the brass tacks. Let's find the best deals and get them out there as efficiently as possible. So that's kind of the tone we're going for here. But you know, we couldn't start this show if we didn't do as we always do and say hello to our friends in chat. And I see Scion is joining us this evening. Roots, like I think maybe this time frame, this 9 p.m. Eastern time frame, might be well suited for people like Scion.
Yeah, yeah. Time frames all over the place. Actually, I was was thinking, man, we got a really solid hard out, which we would, but I guess we're not having the solid out. You're not having to go to work tonight or something, so that's good, right? Although we still
Yeah,
are
well,
focusing on
I mean,
shortening things.
yeah, well, you are correct. I am not going to go to work, but I do have things to do. There's a reason. There are reasons why I'm
Hmm.
not going to work.
I gotcha. I gotcha. Well, there's
We
reasons
will.
I'm not working, but that's too late. That's too late for me to be working for my job.
Anyway, traveling man, joining the chat as he often does. VR Spry guy, Ray Delator, Mash Daddy says Larsonauts. Oh, that's a whole different subject. A subject for another day, maybe tomorrow even.
Yeah. Yeah. Risk of Rain 2 after the show. I'm down for sure. I'll even get Scion his key. You heard it here, Scion. Pick up your Risk of Rain 2 key after the show.
There you go. We already found a home for one of these games, huh?
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely.
Uh, Gamer Chick 13, the Diet Pepsi Cat in the chat. Hello, Tiffany. Good to see you. Space Denison, WTF is up. You know, man, just selling these games, bro.
Yeah.
Uh, uh, and I think it's going to just about wrap us up here. Anyway, Roots, we call it free stuff and killer deals every week, but that isn't entirely accurate every week. There are weeks where we don't have much along the lines of free stuff. But I would say that this is one of those rare shows that is just chock full of free stuff.
Yeah. I couldn't believe how much free stuff is in there. There's free stuff within free stuff, Wes. Like, you look into one specific free stuff, there's a whole slew of free things you can do inside that free thing. I'm blown away. It's crazy. It's out of control. And it's exciting times for VR.
Cats and dogs living in harmony, mass hysteria.
Yeah, absolutely. And like virtual
Anyway,
strangers on a Saturday night, right?
right. I guess we should address that. Saturday night, maybe not the permanent home of this. We're going to come to you Friday or Saturday. We're busy individuals. Wherever we can shoehorn this thing in, that's when we're going to do it. But it's confusing to me, Roots. We didn't go last week because Wednesday was such a terrible day with regards to when the sales change over, the PlayStation sales, the Oculus sales. So we put it off and decided to start this week. And this week the sales are falling all completely different than they were last week. So it's a little bit strange. I don't know what to expect anymore going forward.
That's VR, dude. Everything's different. VR has to be different. You need to never know when things are on sale. And oh, you're used to this sale. Well, we're gonna switch it up. Things drop out of nowhere, so it's crazy.
Lip Knox joining the chat says, "Wow, is it Sunday already?"
Sunday flew by, bro. Wow, we still actually that's what I was thinking about. That's the weird thing about Saturday night is we're gonna be right back here in 14 hours, 16 hours from now, and we'll be doing this all over again, and we'll be able to talk about some of those things like Larsonauts a little bit or whatever it is that we can't talk about today.
Yeah. So again, for those of you new to the channel, the Friday/Saturday episode is all dedicated to finding the best deals in VR. Sunday, our flagship podcast, if you will, Virtual Strangers, that is the show which deals with the news, and all the headlines in VR gaming over the last week. That's what we talk about on Sunday. And then there's Wednesday. Wednesday is when we talk about what we've been playing, and we've got already know a couple of things we're going to be talking about this week. We're going to be talking about Smash Drums. We're going to be talking about a Rogue Escape. We're going to be talking about a Rogue Escape, and there's other topics and stuff to talk about too. And if we don't get to it tomorrow, I would imagine at some point this week, Roots, we're going to have to address the elephant in the room and talk a little bit about advertising in VR because it seems to be the hot button issue of the week.
That'd be a good Wednesday topic for sure. Yeah, because I'm a little concerned about it, Wes. I'm not gonna lie, but we'll see. We'll see. We'll learn a lot between now and when we talk about it. So maybe I'll find out that I was being paranoid. There's no reason to worry, bro, and Facebook's got my back.
So, reason to be concerned, probably. Reason to panic, I would say let's hold off on the panic just a little bit, and we will visit this topic on Wednesday and apply our level-headed point of view as we always do here. So, anyway, with all that said, let's get down to it, Roots. Let's talk about free stuff and killer deals. And let's start it off the way we always do with our PlayStation Plus reminder for the month of June: Operation Tango, Virtua Fighter 5, and Star Wars Squadrons, all included with your PlayStation Plus subscription. If you haven't claimed those games yet, be sure to do so. The month is running out quickly, and it's not every day, Roots, that we get a PS Plus title that is a top AAA PlayStation VR title, as Star Wars Squadrons is. So people shouldn't sleep on this and go ahead and get their clicks in, huh?
Somebody in the Discord was just saying they're almost finished with that game, and like they're just finishing going through it now. And man, you get it for free. What are you doing?
Yeah, I know, right?
Yeah, you're running out of
But
June.
that's the game that keeps on giving. I mean, even if you finish the 8-hour story campaign, there's endless hours of gameplay in the multiplayer, which is kind of cool. It's kind of like two games in one. It's the way games used to be, right? Like the multiplayer is just a feature, not an entire game concept, right?
That's what I miss those days, Wes. I think that's the problem with a lot of multiplayer games in VR, especially, is I mean, think about it. If all these devs actually like contractors, Pavlov, whatever. I mean, those are bad examples, I guess, because they already exist and have for a while. But say Larcenauts or a newer shooter, if they had a really good story campaign and the multiplayer was secondary, people would buy it, and then you'd fill your lobbies anyway. I mean, it's you know what I mean. It's very you almost have to go back to, and maybe that was the reason why they had it that way to begin with, and then gaming became so big that you had the lobbies full and you could branch out. Maybe they need to branch back in, and until they can figure things out, right?
Well, a lot of these game studios, and I don't want to get off on a tangent here. A lot of you're right. A lot of these game studios are playing catch up, right? That everybody so desperately wants to be on a level playing field with the world of pancake gaming. And pancake gaming, in its 30 to 40 years of development, has gotten to a place where they can sustain multiplayer lobbies due to the large player bases and the demand for multiplayer only games. What people tend to forget is that VR gaming, or big consumer VR gaming, has only been around 5 or 6 years. We're still in the 8-bit NES days of VR, man, and it's going to be a while. And obviously there's always exceptions to every rule, but it's going to be a while before successful standalone multiplayer is a thing in VR.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. But everything's looking rosy. I'm enjoying Red Dead Redemption 2 and so many other games in VR and things that I wouldn't have thought a year ago that were existing. So I think it's all good.
Yeah, and a quick programming note: we're going to resume VR gaming now because I did finish Returnal. So it's about time, Roots. I'm glad to get it over with because it's hindering my channel. I need to get stuff done and I can't, but now I can because we finally put that one to bed.
Well, it's good. It tells you good gameplay is good gameplay, flat or VR, and to drag Wes in there makes me want to play the game.
I just love my PlayStation 5, man, and I love my DualSense. It makes me excited for PlayStation 5 VR, and it makes me a little bit I don't know, nostalgic for my PlayStation VR. When I look at these sales routes now, a lot of the games that were on sale a couple days ago have that sale has ended. It was that independent studio sale that PlayStation Network was having that has ended, but still some very good titles on sale. I would say that we have at least two must own PlayStation VR titles on sale. So let's take a look at what we've got. Well, first of all, we have Batman Arkham VR. And yes, this is a bit of an older title. It's a bit of a short title, but Roots, it's only $8.
Yeah, that's a good deal. Especially as good as that game looks. Pretty cool game.
The ending, man, the ending is still among the best that I've experienced in VR.
It's just like everything else, man. It shows you they could make an amazing Batman game right now if they want to, and who knows, maybe they're making it.
So yeah, $8, worth it all day for Batman Arkham VR. Dirt Rally on PlayStation VR, $5 right now, Roots.
I threw that game out the window or opened the door and threw it out. Andy McAvoy, lads, here's a $5, but leave the syphilis at the door. Hello, sorry, £5. Hello, all. Hope you all are well. I'm doing very well, Andy, and we appreciate it.
Yeah, thanks for coming by, man. We like seeing you in the chat, and we really appreciate the support. It really means a lot.
Yeah, absolutely.
Don't knock twice, Roots. For all of my self-pronounced love for VR horror, I have never played Don't Knock Twice. And I don't know why. I haven't checked that one out. It looks cool enough. And at $12, I mean, it's kind of hard to pass it up.
Do you have access to it? Is it in one of the libraries or is it on
I
Viveport
think it's
Infinity?
on Viveport Infinity, if I'm being honest.
Yeah, you should check it out, man. And if you haven't checked that out, look at Hitman 3 is on sale, right?
Well, I said we had a couple of must-own titles, Roots. This is one of them. Now you might say $39. That's not very cheap, man. Well, when it's a $60 game, $39 is a pretty damn good deal. And this is the game that keeps on giving because it's not just Hitman 3 in VR, it's also Hitman 1 in VR, and it's Hitman 2 in VR. And they've been constantly adding new missions and stuff in DLC to this game, absolutely free. The front runner for game of the year this year, Roots. $39 is a small price.
Yeah, it's a no-brainer. It pisses me off, Wes, because I want to play. I almost picked this up on Epic because it's on sale with that $10 coupon. I can get it for like 20 some bucks. But I'm so torn because I want to play this game. But being able to play, like you said, on the PlayStation VR, in VR, all three, I think that's just so good. It's such a good. I wish all games did that, made it to where you could retro put your other games in the same engine and play it. That'd be pretty cool.
Yeah, I think Roots. I have a feeling that this one isn't going to be a PlayStation exclusive forever, and it has been out for 6 months now. So maybe it would be a good time to start putting your ear to the ground and listening for hints from this one, because whether it's a 6 month or 12-month exclusivity window, I would very much expect this VR functionality to migrate its way over to PC.
Let me ask you this. What are the odds that it's a patch? Or do you think it'll be a completely new game? Like, if I buy a Hitman 3 now, am I going to be able to play it, in VR?
Yeah, I think you will. And no, I don't think that they would make you buy the game again. I mean, people on PlayStation don't have to buy like the VR version. In fact, if you buy the PlayStation 5 version, they give you the PlayStation 4 version so you can play it in VR.
Ooh, how cool is that? Well, dude, you might have just made my mind up. I might just buy it on Epic because with that coupon, which I think is about the $10 coupon, doesn't that end the 27th? Somebody said, or maybe it's ended and I've already missed the boat.
Yeah, I think it may have already ended. Actually, now that you mention it.
Spry guy, let me know.
Lipnox VR. Lipnox VR in the chat says if you buy Epic version, you will get screwed.
Oh God.
I don't know.
Well, you just made my decision, man. Lipnox, let me know in the chat. Why am I going to get screwed? So, do they don't have it on Steam yet, do they?
So yeah, so his idea here is that if it's going to be VR, it's going to be a Steam release. There are VR games on the Epic Store, and the way they work is by using Steam VR. So or Oculus. I mean, they'll run either way. But Tetris Effect, I mean, Trover Saves the Universe, Falcon Age. There's a handful of them. Nog, um, that have VR support, and I imagine if Hitman were to get VR support, it would be the same thing. No matter what platform you buy it on, it would run in VR, and if you buy it on Epic Games, it'll run in Steam VR.
They said the maps won't cross over.
Well, that's probably true. Like if you own like the early copies on Steam, and then you want to buy Hitman 3 on Epic, I'm not so sure that your games would cross over.
You'd have to. Well, I already own Steam. I think I own the. Didn't they give away the first version
Yeah,
of Hitman? And I've got the
they did.
base. Is it the base version of number 3 or something that they gave away as well on Epic?
Yeah, they did. They did like a trial version that had like a level, or it had like the training mission in it. And by having that, people's. I never tried it out. People said that it allowed you to import the Hitman One into the game and play it. Um, and what you're saying is absolutely true. If you've been collecting your free games from Epic for some time, then in all likelihood you have Hitman One in your library because they gave it away.
Okay. Yeah, that's awesome. Well, yeah. So Libnox is saying exactly that. Steam wouldn't cross over to Epic or vice versa, which is a valid point. I don't own any on Steam of the first or the second one, so it's not really relevant to me. But it is very relevant to know that, so you don't feel like you're, oh, I got 1 and 2. I'm gonna go buy 3 and then not be able to import the Steam versions over. That sucks. But I might just pick this up for. I mean, I think it's what if I still haven't got confirmation on that coupon. Even I think it's on sale for like $40 or something, or 30 some bucks or something. I don't know.
Well, regardless of all of that, it is on sale on PlayStation VR with native VR support available right now.
Hmm.
And it's beautiful. It's beautiful in the PlayStation VR headset. It's one of those games that you can count on one hand that's still stunning in the PSVR headset. $39, a must-own title. Eric, pick it up, bro. You won't be sorry.
Big contender for game of the year.
One of the most hyped releases of the last 12 months on PlayStation VR was Gorn. People just foaming at the mouth for Gorn Roots, and they finally got it. And people still wondering when it's going to come out, actually.
So people didn't enjoy it. They haven't raved about it. They were waiting for it. They were salivating. They were hungry, and then it came. The food got there, and they were like, "I'm not hungry." Yeah,
It's fine. It's fine. People
it's
like it. People
decent.
don't hate it. But you know how it is. It's Gorn. It's fun. And it's $13, which is, in my opinion, a very fair price for Gorn.
It makes scoring a lot better. $13
It
for
sure
sure.
does, certainly. Mini Motor Racing X Roots, a very underrated game. Loads of fun with friends, and an offer you can't refuse at $5,
Oh
man.
Jesus! Oh God, that is amazing. That's an amazing deal. That's a no-brainer deal. $5. It's an amazing
I mean,
game.
I mean, yeah, it's just $5, man. I mean, that's uh, that's a
Quad venti.
quad
Yeah,
venti white mocha,
yeah,
right?
yeah. It's actually 7 something, but I'll tell you what, though, that's a really good deal, and it's one of my favorite racing games. Believe it or not, I think it's an amazing car game or kids game, like just really cool.
Yeah, yeah, it's great. One of the coolest things about this, and probably the defining feature of the game, in my opinion, is the ability to change your point of view. Changing the point of view drastically change how this game plays
Mm.
and how it feels to play it. And so it's kind of like getting a collection of games as opposed to just one.
And you got, I mean, the environments, and the different steering ways you can steer, and this is the thing we always forget, or most people forget, is you got Rocket League in VR, legit mode that gives you Rocket League, or I guess the closest thing to Rocket League. There's a mode for competitive PvP. So
Right. Onakazi said, just notice you guys were on. Yeah, man, it's the Free Stuff and Killer Deal show. It's the show where we sell you games and then say goodbye.
Lipnox VR says he paid $25 for mini motor, and he felt scammed. $5 is the right price. Yeah, $25 is definitely a lot more. That was the investing on the when it first comes out fee. It's definitely a lot more palpable at 5. I think even $15 is very fair. Anything over that starts to, with all the competing games out there. But it's definitely worth. This game has more tracks, different tracks and environments than almost any other game, and being able to either be up above it, like with the little tiny cars, or zooming into the car. I mean, it just is. It's really really cool. Definitely worth it.
Bill Yarn in the chat says, I have that game 4 times over. Bought it on Oculus for full price. They gave me the Quest version, got the stream version for free, and a Viport version. So
Wow.
he owns this game like I own Arizona Sunshine.
Yeah, dude, this is his jam, bro.
Uh, all right. Well, here comes the other. I said there were 2 must-own titles for sale on PlayStation VR this week. Resident Evil 7 Gold Edition, $20, Roots. It's the base game, the best game of all time, Resident Evil 7 in VR, uh, along with all of the DLC, which is playable in VR. So a lot of extra content here, and one low price, $20. It's a no-brainer. Eric, pick it up.
$20. That's an amazing deal. Do you think when do you think the port's coming to PCVR? When people are still waiting, Wes. People are still waiting.
I think people, yeah, they're going to be waiting. They're going to be watching as the Quest users play 4 and the PlayStation users play 7 while they're waiting on 8, and they're just going to be vorpexing it up, I guess, man.
Yeah, it's coming someday. 2028.
One of these days. Yeah. The 20th year anniversary commemorative edition of Resident Evil 7 will be PCVR enabled.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know, if you like Mini Motor Racing X, there's actually, in my opinion, an even better multiplayer title from that same developer. Rush is one of the better multiplayer titles on PlayStation VR because it plays smooth even on the base console, and it's up to 8-player multiplayer in Rush. I love that game. It's so fun.
Super fast. Flying. I mean, it feels like, I mean, it's obviously linear, but it's not linear at the same time. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, generally the paths will branch in a couple of different ways. And you know, of course, they'll reconverge it in just a minute, but it's fun, man. It's fun to jump off the edge of a mountain and just sail to the bottom like a Boyd.
Yeah, and not have to worry about dying. That's always good.
Yeah, that's the best part.
Yeah.
And last but not least on our PlayStation VR sales, Wolfenstein Cyberpilot from Bethesda Games. Roots like a divisive game. Wolfenstein Cyberpilot. A lot of people liked it. A lot of people didn't like it. For the most part, we thought it was okay. I think for $8, it's a pretty good pickup.
Yeah, it's not too bad. I actually never got into it. It wouldn't play for. It was doing what the persistence is doing for me right now, and I just gave up at that point. And that's what I had talked about on the show, as you and Alex and everybody talked about how cool or non-cool I got to say it didn't work. I got a rock, but the persistence, man, I don't know why I keep getting a UE crash with the thing, man. It's very annoying. I want to try it, Wes.
That is strange. I haven't tried it yet since all of the new updates hit it. I will let you know how that goes because it's on the short list this week.
Yeah, absolutely.
Moving on from PlayStation Network, we get to the Epic Game Store. 2 free games this week, Roots. One of them, a lesser known title called Hell is Other Demons. It's like an old 16-bit title. They give a lot of these away on Epic Game Store. It looks pretty weird.
Yeah, I picked it up yesterday actually, and somebody was saying in the Discord about how big of a library they have now on their Epic Game Store, because they picked every game up. And I'm the same way. It's like, wow, I've got like 60, 70, 80 games. Some of them are like this type of game. Some of them are legit games that I want to play at some point. So it's cool.
Mash Daddy in the chat says Blood and Truth tomorrow. I guess that means he's going to give it a shot.
Oh,
That's the best there is, friend, on PlayStation 5. That's where you see the true potential for that 5-year-old headset down there. It's fully realized in that game. And when you see what they're able to do with this hardware, it makes you that much more excited for the next iteration.
yeah, absolutely. Spaced Innocent says he got that UE crash one time and he lost 45 minutes of progress and it sucked. I get it every single time I try to start the game. It won't even start for me. It taunts me, Wes, and says, you don't get to play, you don't get to check out the ray tracing in VR Roots. And I'm like, well, shit, I guess I'm not checking out the ray tracing in VR right now. So,
I don't want to get onto a public troubleshooting thing. We'll get it straightened out off the air.
yeah.
The other title, a fairly popular title, Roots, Overcooked 2. This one, at least I've heard of this one. This I thought was a fairly popular mobile game, but I guess it's a console game as well, huh?
Yeah, it is. I picked it up. I was excited. I've heard about it, and it's a good pickup for free.
Hey, you can't beat free, bro. It doesn't matter what it is.
Yeah, absolutely. Free poke in the eye with a sharp stick. Oh,
I
guess
did
I
once
can't beat that.
again check the Oculus Link, aka Oculus Rift sale page this week, and it is still crashed, Roots. There are no Oculus Rift sales available. The page doesn't exist anymore. It's like it was never there.
Yeah, it's like I've said a couple weeks in a row now. It's the flip side of the Quest people a year ago or a year and a half ago, and they were bitching about no sales, and everybody in the Rift was skipping around thinking they were the shit, and now they're discontinued, and so is their sales page. So
You can even go into your browser client, like your Oculus software on your PC, and if you click on the store, it'll say right at the top, on sale now. But if you click on that, it's going to tell you that no items are found.
yeah, it's kind of weird. Well, you know what's weird about it, Wes? What about my fat foods and what were those ones that were on sale every
Paranormal
single week?
Detective.
Yeah, I miss it. I finally was ready to pull the trigger on Paranormal Detective, and they took it off the
Yeah.
list, dude. I
I
guess
was going to pick up a chair in a room Greenwater for $20.
finally, bro. After about 1,000 weeks, this was the week, dude, and they took it off. So,
Well, we apologize to those developers. Maybe we'll buy your game another day.
yeah, maybe I'll put it back on the list, and then I'll look at it and I'll be like, oh man, I don't know.
All right. So that brings us to the Oculus Quest store. Now, a disclaimer as we get into the Oculus Quest sales, these are they have 1 day remaining. So if any of these strike you, you're going to want to jump on it because again, last week the sales changed over on Friday. This week they're running through Sunday. It's the weirdest thing.
I think maybe they're 3-day sales instead of a week sale.
No, these have been on sale for some time. These were on sale the last time we were on the air. So I don't know, man. But anyway, well, with the exception, of course, being the daily deal, which is Waltz of the Wizard Extended Edition, $8. It's one of those games that just keeps growing, Roots. It grows and it grows and it gets bigger and bigger. And you know who loves it when it gets bigger and bigger?
And grows and grows. I was just thinking that. Actually, didn't we just talk about this on the last show about this? Somebody in the chat was saying how this is one of the best examples of hand tracking in for the Quest 2.
Yeah, well, I mean, the hand tracking in general is getting better from what I can tell. The thing's actually pretty accurate and pretty quick. But again, I haven't really attempted any of these games, not in some time. So it may be a topic worth revisiting now.
Yeah, very true.
Andy McAvoy coming through with the £5 donation.
Yeah.
I guess that's pounds. I always say the I don't know the foreign money. I call everything pounds. We could call it pesos or shekels or any of that stuff. 5 yen from Andy McAvoy.
Mm.
I gotta go, guys. There's a massive spider in my bedroom
Oh,
somewhere, and I think it's angry. FML, I'm smearing on my battle paint on my face as we speak. Dude, it's Farpoint in real life.
oh, well, Andy, we appreciate it, and I wish I was at your house right now. I've got my tank of poison. I'd go kill that sucker quick.
Yeah, Roots is the real life John Goodman in arachnophobia.
Yeah, except for I'm smart enough to get the hell out of that place, dude. I'm not walking into that barn, bro. When I see what's going on in there, and I look at my tank, and man, that movie was crazy.
Indeed. Back when movies were good, huh?
Yeah, yeah, dude. Acting was good. That's crazy.
There is a good bundle on the Oculus Quest store right now. Cubism is on sale, bundled with Res Infinite for $21. I would suggest that you buy Res Infinite for $21 and get Cubism free.
How much is Resident Infinite by itself? I thought about picking this up because
It's like 25 or $30 normally.
I don't even own this game like on the PC VR. Usually, most of the time when I have a conundrum of this type of game, I own it already, and it's like, why would I go out and buy a game that I already own? But my access is your Steam copy, so it would be cool to have it on the
Yeah. This I would call a must-own title. Not necessarily on Quest. It's great on Quest, but you should own Res on at least one platform. I own it on 3, so like I can play this on everything at any time. And it's a classic, man. It's a classic game, not just a classic VR game. It was a classic pancake game that was so beloved that when VR came along, it just made sense. So they did it. And now it's a classic VR game.
Yeah, it's just one of those games that you would play flat back in the day, and you'd say, "Wow, this would be so cool if I could be in this game." You know what I mean? Instead of looking through that freaking window, bro, called
It is,
flat gaming.
let me tell you, a great demo title. This is a game that conventional gamers and non-gamers could pick up. And as long as you have the controls set correctly in the settings, this is a very easy game to pick up. It's very intuitive, and at the same time, it really has that VR wow factor going for it with all of the 3D visuals and amazing audio. It's a masterpiece.
I think you just sold the game to me, Wes. Damn it, Wes. I gotta stop watching this show, bro. You're breaking my wallet, dude. It's crazy.
Decepticon says, "Oh, yee." What's up, Decepticon?
What's up, bro?
Yeah, this is a major favorite of those who are living on Colorado timers.
Yeah, I love this game. It's amazing, and I just being able to take it to somebody else's house and let them check it out, I think would be cool as well.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, it's a really good demo. I mean, it kind of sold me on VR. It's one of the first games I played in VR was Res on the PlayStation VR demo disc volume 1.
That's crazy.
All right, so again, on sale today only. Don't wait till tomorrow to be too late. So if either of those deals strike you, jump on the grenade, bro.
Yeah, yeah. It feels good. It's a grenade that feels good.
All right, and that brings us to the VR Wonderland that is Steam this week. Steam's where it's at this week, Roots. It's where we get the free stuff and free stuff and killer deals. And it is home to our free stuff of the week. The Museum of Other Realities is 100% free to keep now through the 21st. So you've got 2 more days to get on there and claim your copy of this amazing application. I call it that hesitantly because this isn't really an application to me. It's a place. It's a place that I've been multiple times, and I've had a blast every time that I went.
If you were looking at it as a venue, like in concerts or whatever, you would say it's like the Madison Square Garden, or like it's the place to go in this type of stuff, because every time you hear of any of these Steam Fests or anything that's happening there, more and more it seems like they're doing it in this place, and they're smart. They're giving it out for free, so everybody's going to own it. And all of these, you're having all these different events coming, so why would you not pick it up? And even without this Steam Fest that we're going to be talking about here shortly, like the base museum is amazing, right? You said that you and your wife had such an amazing time that she the next day took your kid in there and spent hours in there showing all the different stuff. I just think it's an amazing way to especially with this Delta lockdown coming down soon. You're gonna want to have this place to get away to when you're stuck in your house again. You're gonna want to be able to get away. I guarantee it.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, let's not talk about that. Uh, we're free right now anyway, man.
That's right.
So,
That's true.
let's, let's cherish the time while we have it. But you're right. I went on a virtual date with my wife into the Museum of Other Realities. We spent hours in there. The next day, she took my daughter in there, and then they went again the next day. And when they came out, she was like, "There's so much you need to see that we didn't see the other
Oh
day," and now
God.
she wants me to go back in it with her. And there's live exhibits in there right now that weren't there then. So, like, it's an amazing program that keeps on giving year round. And I think, Roots, that they're finally discovering where their true revenue potential lies. You know, they were selling this thing and hosting these exhibits in it from digital artists the world around. But I think they realize that now that they're becoming a popular venue, something that people know about, something that people are willing to visit and spend time in, that their true revenue stream is going to come from these people who need to set up, uh, you know, virtual show places and the Tribecas of the world. This is where the Museum of Other Realities can really maximize its profit potential, and it makes sense for them to give away their program, because now that they're attracting this kind of business. The more people that they have in their halls, the more valuable their services are. So it makes sense that this is free right now. I'd like to see it go permanently free at some
Mm.
point in the near future. But as of right now, you've got 2 days, and it's amazing. I suggest it to everyone. I guarantee you that there's something in there that you will think is cool.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. And that's why I was gonna stress for sure that it is only a couple more days for free for whatever reason. They are going to be charging again, and so you don't want to miss this. And then something cool happening. We're like right now the Steam Fest, which is about to end. You're going to miss it. You want to get in there while you can, right? And get it free.
Yeah. A great sense of presence you feel in this thing. It feels like you're at a museum. It has hallways and corridors just like any other museum. They're big open places. So as you speak to whoever went with you or whoever's in your group, you hear your voice reverberate throughout the halls. It's just so superbly done. And it's one of the, it's worth, let's be honest, it's worth the $20 price tag that normally carries all day.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. We need to do a get together. Everybody wants to go to walkabout mini golf. I think it'd be fun to go into all that, check it out with like 8 people or however many people in a experience, right? Going into this museum and checking everything out. Um, it's a very social place to hang out.
We should start thinking about, as we progress through the summer and continue to mold the channel into what we want it to be. Um, we should consider periodic every, 4 or 6 weeks, just putting together like a virtual tour of sorts, not just focusing on one title, but maybe we start off in the mini golf and then we head into the museum for a little while, and then maybe we kick out to Rush for some wingsuits. You know, string together an evening through 3 to 4 different casual multiplayer and social applications, just so that we could get to know the peeps and hang out a little bit more.
Absolutely. We got a little bit more information on this this spider. it's loud enough to thump when it falls off the wall, Wes. Now that might creep me out a little bit. It made a
It's
thump
a
sound.
wacky wall walker.
Yeah, and it's out there, bro. Andy, it's right on. You better watch out. No, it's this is my thing. It wants to stay away from you as much as you want to stay away from it. I just worry about when you go to sleep. That's when I would worry about it.
Yeah, you want to take care of that before you put your head down on the pillow.
Yeah, especially if it's that big.
Anyway, Museum of Other Realities Roots, not the only thing free on Steam by a long shot, because the Steam Next Fest is free, or I'm sorry, is going on this week, and it is chock full of demos, flat demos, VR demos, demos from big studios, demos from indies, demos, Roots. I've listed a few of the better ones here, but this isn't even the half of it.
That's crazy. I can't believe it. Have you? I mean, you went into a couple of them. I thought about doing it, and I'm too lazy to download demos. But I this the first one against the. I mean, we've already established this one looks amazing, right?
Yeah,
Definitely.
it's a ton of fun. And by the way, while we're on the subject, patrons, go check out the Patreon page. I uploaded a couple of videos for you guys today. One of them was me playing through Against demo, and the other one me playing through Sweet Surrender demo. So I wanted to experiment a little bit, Roots, with recording PCVR on my Quest 2, and I recorded a couple of videos, and this is one of them.
Cool. Wow.
But anyway, I had a blast playing this, man. It was very Pistol Whip-esque in terms of gameplay. Like, it plays a lot like Pistol Whip, but it's more nuanced. Like, there's more going on here. There are the varying paths, or they call it parkour, but it's more like you're just shifting the rail. Basically, it's like a junction switch on the railroad. You're just turning, going over here for a minute, and then coming back. But what I really enjoyed about it is that there are defensive sequences that you must defend and counterattack. This is something that I've been asking for pretty much from the beginning of the rhythm action genre. And these guys are giving it to us. And not only that, they're giving us this cool, dark aesthetic. And for as short a period of time as this has been in development, they have a pretty polished product here, even if it was just one level that I experienced.
How scary is it? Looks scary, dark. I'm just kidding.
You know, you're so busy. It really feels like you're playing Pistol Whip, man. You don't have time to get scared. You're basically just trying to stay on beat, remember all the defenses, and remember how to play. You really don't have time to get scared.
Traveling Man has the question. He says, "What about Stride? Where's Stride, bro? They were working on Against. Where is Stride?"
Yeah, that's a good question. We're still waiting on our story mode, right?
Yeah, I want it. I've seen it's on sale. I thought about picking it up, and then I thought, oh, it doesn't have story mode. So
Bill Yarn, I love the G2, but the ease of use with the index makes all these games easier to get into and play. I can't wait for the second gen index. Yeah, I can relate. I too love my G2. It's the best VR experience that I have access to in my house. But you always have to wonder, right? Am I going to grab that thing and plug it in, and then the game? What if the game doesn't support the controllers? Then I did all that for nothing. Or I could pick up my Quest over there. It doesn't even have a cable on it. I can connect wirelessly and be in the game within 60 seconds.
yeah,
You know what I mean?
it's friction before the friction. You know, it's maybe even just the thought, and that's what stops me sometimes in a lot of different ways. Different thoughts like that, and of course not G2 related since I don't own it. But something will come in your head like that where you're like, ah, man, is it going to start? Is it going to work? Whatever. And you talk yourself out of even trying. Yeah, shit, I'll just play Returnal, you know? I'll just
Right.
play whatever. And then you just don't even end up playing in VR at all. It's weird. VR is a weird thing for me. And I equate it with, and I've said this before with cable television. You know, if you go through the guide and you see an episode of whatever TV show it is and you read the description, you even if it's your favorite show, a lot of times you'll talk yourself out of watching it. But if you're just flipping through the channels and you come across that show, for whatever reason, you'll sit through that episode. It's weird, really weird, and I think it's just bizarre.
Yeah, yeah. So I certainly can identify with what Phil's trying to say there. I experience it often.
Yeah, absolutely.
Anyway, the Against demo free right now on Steam through the 21st, as is Into the Darkness. Roots, I tried to get into the Darkness today, and it booted and it ran, but I got no locomotion from my thumbsticks. I'm thinking maybe there was a compatibility issue with Virtual Desktop, because I know other people have played this on the Quest,
Mm,
but I didn't get to.
okay. So you've been playing a lot of things through the virtual desktop, huh? We'll talk a little bit
Yeah,
more about that tomorrow, just in passing, I'm sure. But man, how smooth is that 120?
yeah, yeah. I know, right? Um, but I think we're going to do round two on this one. I think it's worth plugging up for. The question is, do I try it in the G2 first?
Mm,
Right? If we're plugging in, we might as well plug that one in, right?
yeah, yeah, it's worth trying, right? For science.
Right, for science. As I mentioned before, Sweet Surrender, I did get into. I did have an opportunity to play. It feels like, I mean, the art style is very close to Jupiter Grod. It isn't quite as detailed as Jupiter Grod. It's a bit more plain. But with that said, it's a bit more clean. It's a lot brighter, more vivid than Jupiter Grod. So it's a bit different in that aspect. Um,
And
you
it's a
can tell this
demo.
is a Yeah, exactly. It's a demo. You can tell this is a young game. Um, it's a bit easy, a bit repetitious, but there's potential here. I'd like to see where the developers are going to take it. There's a good game in there somewhere. And again, if you want to try it out for yourself, the demo is free on Steam right now.
Yeah, absolutely.
I Expect You to Die too, Roots, one of the more highly anticipated titles of the year, has a free demo on Steam right now. I haven't installed. I have not yet tried it out.
Let me ask you this, because I'm kind of curious, because you do more demos than I do as far as this stuff, especially you've done the ones in the museum. Do you have to go into the museum to play them, or you just download them, or how does that work?
You're talking about the Museum of Other Realities?
Yeah.
Yeah, when they have interactive content in there, there's generally DLC packs that are listed on Steam that you have to download and install.
Okay.
And then there'll be like a orb or some, you know, spot of light in the middle of the room that the exhibit's in, and you just go stand in that, and it'll just whisk you away to the thing, and it'll tell you to press some button when you want to leave it and go back out to the lobby.
Cool. That,
Yeah, it's pretty awesome actually.
yeah, that is pretty cool.
Let's see. And for the record, I only played one more of these, and we'll get to that. It's the very last one on the list. Cave Digger 2, Dig Harder, Roots. I noticed that Cave Digger was on sale last week for $1 on multiple platforms. I wondered why. Now I see why. Cave Digger 2 is it's coming soon.
Did you pick it up? Cave Digger 1?
No, I'm not
It's a
interested
dollar,
in Cave Digger.
dude. I guarantee your kids, have they played it? They would love it, man. This looks like it's multiplayer. That's the difference.
It is. It is multiplayer.
Yeah.
I can confirm that.
Yeah.
Well, there's actually a few different multiplayer titles on the demo list this year.
Man, I don't know if I want to go down in a cave with the digging,
It's
with the
a
people
mining game, Roots.
it's with the people I know though. They want to mess around and they're probably gonna get us killed down there. It's
Get you
crazy.
trapped for 13 days, or they have to bring in the jaws of life to get you out.
Well, you better hope that you like the people you're trapped down there with, because you're already dying down there. Now you got to listen to whoever it is talk.
Right. We'd get rescued the day after that we decided to go cannibal.
Yeah.
We'd
Oh
just be
shit.
digging into our first food in a week, and
we
now
we ate Scion. We finally broke down against his will. That's not the story we're
was
going to tell though.
I was starving. I mean, it was 5 days.
Yeah, yeah, you can live 3 weeks, pal.
Paranormal Detective Escape from the 90s roots. We talked before about Paranormal Detective Escape from the 80s. This is Escape from the 90s roots. And well, for what it's worth, we enjoyed the Paranormal Detective game that was set in the 80s. So for that reason alone, I'm kind of interested in this one.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. Definitely cool.
It's a spooky escape room style puzzle game,
Yeah, looks like
and
a carnival.
chock full of retroness is kind of their gimmick, right?
Yeah, I want to get. Do you think they'll ever get skee ball down for VR? Like legit skee ball?
Dude, I think the skee ball in Summer Funland might be the worst mini game I've ever played in VR.
Yeah, because if you've ever played skee ball and you're good at it, because I'm fairly good, man, you're using the walls a lot, and I've never found one that had the physics that bounces right to go in those holes perfectly. So
Yeah, it's always really screwed up. It's one of those mysteries of VR that have yet to be solved.
yeah,
Chris Richardson joining the chat late to the extra show. He says, "You're always right on time, bud."
yeah, for sure. You're an
Right,
insider. You know all the sales already.
right on time to learn about the Secret of Retropolis demo that is available on Steam Next Fest right now. We covered this title like a month or two ago. Roots, very story driven, uh, light-hearted title.
You didn't check it out? Yeah.
Installed, not played.
Okay. You know, last time I did that, I installed a lot of things and I never went into any of them. So I'm always hesitant to do that.
Yeah, I only installed the ones that I want to play. There was a lot more that I didn't install, but I do have a good handful of them on here. Not everything on this list is installed. We'll say that.
Yeah, that's true.
2076 Midway Multiverse is one that I did install though, Roots. This is from our friend Ivan at Ivanovich Games. This is kind of the natural progression from 1976 back to Midway.
Dude, this right here, that spot right where you feel like it looks like you're going through the Death Star, right? How cool. This is very retro. And like I said this every time, but they're really nailing the retro feel and arcade feel of these games, and super cool. And well, the best part about these games is that he puts them out and they're not like ridiculously priced either. You know what I mean? They're actually really reasonably priced.
Yeah, always very fair, Ivanovich Games. And again, he's found his niche here, man. And like, if 1979 was a 1943 clone, this one is patterned more after the side scroller R type style of old school shooter. But it's cool because the point of view changes and you end up following the ship through a lot of the map, which is what produces these cool visuals that you're looking at here.
Yeah, super cool.
So yeah, that's definitely on the to-do list. We're going to be giving that one a try this week. Arcade, another cool looking title. I've actually heard some good things about this one. Another retro shooter with a free demo on Steam right now.
That looks cool, man. I feel like Flynn already just, watching the trailer. I got sucked into this video game, and just a really cool premise and really cool.
Yeah, it's one of those simple concepts that really take advantage of what makes VR great, right? And it kind of puts us back into our old fantasies, what we used to dream about, right?
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. And Phil Yarn wants everybody to know, don't forget touring carts is free on Quest App Lab. It's a decent kart racer. It's not Dash World, but and Wes said this a while ago, and I was watching some of the gameplay, and I want to get back in there because it is free on the Quest. But it is the action. We discounted it when we watched Dash Dash, but it's a completely different type of game as far as a feel, and is definitely worth checking out and playing for sure.
Yeah, it's a good game. And I mean, for free, I mean, come on,
Yeah,
it's free.
yeah, it's free. What are you doing?
Uh, And that brings us to Iron Rebellion. I included this one for Radio Rent. This looks like something that Radio Rent would enjoy.
Yeah. Yeah, this is definitely a different game, right? Different type
It's
of
a
game.
multiplayer. It's a multiplayer mech game.
Yeah. Well, there's actually not. I mean, there's not too many. Everybody wants that itch to be scratched, right? The mech game that's a multiplayer, and
They all want Mech Warrior.
yeah, and maybe this will be it.
Could be. Could be. It was among the top downloaded demos on the entire thing, man. I think it was like one of the top 5.
Yeah.
And that brings us to the last one that I have listed here. Again, there are many more, so I encourage you to go to the Steam store yourself and check out the list. Just click on the Next Fest banner. It'll bring you into the Next Fest page. If you look all the way to the right, you'll see a link for VR. Just click on VR, and the whole page will be dedicated to the VR games that are being showcased this week. But the last demo I want to talk about is one I actually tried. It's called Squingle. And this is a spatial puzzler that is specially made for those of us living on Colorado time. And Roots, I got to say, I was amazingly surprised at just how fun this thing actually is.
Really? You said there was like 10 to 15 puzzles in there as well. It made me want to go check it out. Definitely check this out. Gamer tag in the house. Just came sliding in. And how you doing, GT?
Yeah, GT coming in to make sure we know Iron Rebellion. That's where it's at, man.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely.
But anyway, I did not play Iron Rebellion. I played Squingle, and
Squingle.
it's an interesting concept, Roots. It's basically a maze. You have to kind of grab the light and move it through the maze, and there's all sorts of timing based obstacles.
Can you touch the walls?
You can touch the walls briefly, but if you touch them for too long, it punctures the wall, and then you have to
Ooh.
start over.
What is this? Someone's intestines is what it sounds like. Don't break the intestines. They should probably the first name of the game. So no, that's probably not going to go over very well. It looks really intriguing, actually. Very trippy. Very cool.
Yeah, it's like playing a puzzler in the DMT realm. Don't burst the DMT intestines, I would call it.
Looks like it could be multiplayer, maybe. Looks like they could add that mode. That'd be cool.
I'm sure they could add some team-based stuff into it. It runs fairly well, man. I mean, they have a very specific set of in-game physics going on here, and it performs flawlessly. There was no glitchiness like the other demos that I played. Well, Against was pretty polished, but the other stuff I played, I couldn't play Into the Darkness. Sweet Surrendered was a bit buggy. I even had to start it over once just so I could play it. Squingle was completely polished, and it was absolutely flawless. I mean, it was basically what I'm trying to say here is you have 2 days left to play this for free. Trust me, try it out. It's better than it looks.
You said it's I mean, I thought I read that it comes out in July, but maybe I'm remembering that wrong.
September is what I'm thinking.
Okay. Gamer tag fell asleep on the couch. Now it's 3 a.m. Well, at least you woke up for the show, so we appreciate it.
The witching hour.
Yeah, that is the witching hour. But see, it's only 8:43 here, so I don't. How does that work?
So that's funny because we have our late night show on Wednesday that GT always ends up catching in the morning for him. So I guess Free Stuff and Killer Deals is kind of going to be his late night show.
Yeah, that's true. That's very true.
But thanks for stopping by, man. Especially, are you even going to remember it in the morning? Like you probably won't even remember being in our chat tomorrow.
Yeah, like I did what? I super chat. I gave away like all our mortgage money. Maybe don't do that. It's not a good idea.
I'm going to run a joke on GT one day when he shows up here, have a sleep like this, and contact him the next day and be like, man, I can't believe all that shit you said about Nathan in our stream last night.
Oh God, no. See, that's one thing he'd be like, nah, dude, I'd never say anything that
Dude, I thought
negative about
Mike was
people.
your friend. Wow, man.
Yeah. I saw that Larsonettes video PD did with all the big names. I didn't see our names in there. I felt left out. I wanted to be in there shooting people. There's only 6 people allowed though. So
They call it larcenauts because they're stealing everyone's money, Roots.
yeah. They're stealing it, bro.
No, I'm just kidding. I have not played larcenauts, and but I'm fully confident in that team, and I'm sure that the few complaints that people have are going to be addressed in short order.
Already are. The sprint is already fixed. Day one
There you go.
fix. And I have things to say about that tomorrow. So we don't go on a jag, but yeah, that's good.
Anyway, there's more than just free stuff on Steam this week, Roots. There's also a few games on sale. If you're into racing, Project Cars 2, $9. Project Cars 3, $18. These are kind of a couple of the go-tos, right? With these racing sim enthusiasts that they love their Project Cars.
Yeah, well, it plays well with the steering wheels. I think Phil Yarn or somebody was just mentioning Project Cars 3 at the beginning of the show, I believe. So
I saw when I was reading through that demo list for the Next Fest, one of the titles in there was like a driving trainer, like a driver's ed course in VR. That's a literal simulation of learning how to drive.
that's really cool. Go ahead.
And they're adding wheel support.
I think that's really cool. I just don't ever want it to be in replacement of actual video. Okay, kids, you don't even need to learn. We're just gonna stick you in this car, and you take your test in this VR, and because there's something about doing it in real. But that is very good. I've actually seen people ask that because there's a lot of people that are very a lot of phobias out there. We're talking about spiders laughing, but there's people that they can't get on the interstate when they drive. The speed of it is too much. I mean, it sounds weird, but if you've been in a bad accident, that'll do it. So it's it's just one of those things. Maybe help some people get over that hump, right?
Yeah, definitely. Exposure training is one of the many possibilities that arise out of VR. I mean, there's so much potential with regards to mental health and training and just. I mean, we could do episodes. We have done episodes on this stuff, and I'm sure we'll do many more in the future.
Yeah, that absolutely. Gamertag says, quick story. He got immersive mode put in Larsenauts. That's awesome. I think immersive mode is where you don't have to push down for the dash. And actually, it threw me off a little bit, to be honest, Gamertag, because I was expecting. I think the first time I went into it, it was not there, and then I went in again, and then it was there, and I was like, "What is happening?" Or maybe I switched it over. Once I switched it over, it was weirding me out because I was used to hitting the button. I just need to get used to it. So
Anyway, Project Cars 2, Project Cars 3, Dirt Rally 2, $5 on Steam right now.
yeah, it's steel.
Carnage Chronicles on sale, a game that one of the better multiplayer, if not maybe the best multiplayer dungeon crawler in VR. Carnage Chronicles, $17. Bordering on must-own territory, I think, for PC VR owners.
Yeah, you're getting it in its full form as well. When I played it, they didn't have that final level, which I still haven't played yet.
We need to do that.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely.
Zero Caliber, another great co-op game for PC VR, $20 on sale.
That's a good deal. $20 all day.
Well, how about 15 for contractors, Roots? They did have to temporarily shut down the mods today because of some sort of a glitch that's happening. But when mods are enabled, contractors is an amazing game.
The mods make this game, makes the game for what it is. Absolutely, hands down, one of the best shooters out there because of all the different mods and maps.
Yeah, many familiar maps in the mod list if you're a fan of this genre, be it in VR or Pancake World.
Yep.
Blind Roots, a lot of people have a lot of mixed things to say about blind, but I only have one thing to say about it. It's $2.
Dude, $2. It's definitely worth $2 for sure. Uh, just get used to, better get used to knocking that cane around.
It costs $2 to get a pack of gum, dude. You can get
Oh,
a fully finished VR game for $2. I mean,
yeah, that's a
it
lot
really
of
don't matter
content.
what it is.
That's true. That's
I mean, like you can get Taco Face for $2.
true. Very true. So, Scion says Carnage Chronicles wins the best Harpy Boobs Award. I didn't know, didn't know that award existed, but I totally agree, Scion.
Let's see here. Soul Axiom this is another one, Roots, with mixed reviews. It takes a lot of criticism, as it's a flat port that's not. I mean, it's a flat game in 3D, pretty much. Uh, so people didn't like the fact that there weren't VR motion controls in it. But $7, man, and I've talked to people who say this is a good game, so I haven't really lost hope for it yet.
Yeah, people on their motion controller weirdness.
And then, last but not least, Rich, I thought that we should list golf pool on here. We did have some problems when we tried to play golf pool, connecting through the multiplayer VoIP. But that's been a while, man. You'd like to think that they've got that straightened out by now. And beyond that, this looked like it had some potential just based on the environments. The environments were really cool in golf pool.
Yeah, it reminded me a lot of Forever Bowl VR, for VR Bowl. When we went to the moon, and we were like, "Oh my God, this looks so cool." That's how I felt about golf pool. And then we had all the weirdness around, what was it, the audio? But that was like a year ago. So you're right, definitely worth checking out.
$10. $10 on Steam right now.
Wow, just
All right,
maybe a
I'm
steal,
sorry.
maybe,
Yeah, possibly a possible
possibly,
steal.
yeah.
We move on to Viveport Infinity, which there for a long time, Viveport was hitting with a new high profile release every week. And I think we kind of got spoiled, Roots, because now it's been like 3 or 4 weeks in a row where we haven't had a big announcement on Viveport Infinity. I will mention that Shadow of Valhalla, which is a game we covered from Viveport Infinity, has seen a new update. So maybe a good time to revisit that one. And I have noticed that Zombieland, Headshot Fever, and Starcaller have now both appeared as coming soon on Viport Infinity,
Mm.
and that explains it. GT did a great video on Viport Infinity this past week. He's also, I don't know if the giveaway is still going on, but he was giving away Viport Infinity
Oh
subscription.
God.
So be sure to check out Gamertag VR. You know, Infinity, the best deal in VR, hands down. But I was like, wow, man, I had no idea that Gamertag and our Viveport people were hooked up like that. And, my wheels started turning. And then I saw Zombieland Headshot Fever coming to Infinity, and it all started to make sense.
How crazy. Can you imagine getting that? Like, you just got your Quest 2 and you stumble onto Gamertag's channel, which I'm surprised you if you're already not subscribed at that point. But and then you win this access to all these games, right? The Vive, what an amazing deal, bro. That's a good deal.
Dude, you're a winner if you just subscribe to Viveport. Like, there's so many great games on it. Like, if you haven't looked through the Viveport Infinity library, then you don't understand. Uh, Most of the top releases from the last 3 years are probably on there. When I say most, I don't mean like everything you can think of, but I mean more than not. More of the top releases are on here than aren't on here.
Yeah, absolutely. And the where it's really the best is just trying different stuff that you never would have given a try. I mean, I would have never tried a lot of cool games like Tornuffalo, which we laugh, but even just being able to play it, and I was free, bro. Gamertag says there's 2 days left. And apparently it's even better than I thought. It sounds like, and correct me if I'm wrong, Gamertag, sounds like he's giving away 50 1 month subscriptions. So
Right.
50 different people, because I haven't seen the video yet, but 50 different
Or
people. Or
or one person could win all of them and have Viport Infinity for over 4 years.
wow, that's crazy.
No, just kidding. No, only one subscription per household, I'm sure. Um,
There's just
but if
50 different people are going to get to try it and see how amazing this thing is. And even if they never resubscribe, think about how many games they're going to get to play in that month. And let me tell you, if you don't resubscribe, I question your soul. What is wrong with you, bro? What an amazing deal. So,
So Gamertag says that XR actually had nothing to do with it. This is 100% HTC Direct. So
oh, cool.
awesome.
That's awesome. Well, either way, it's an amazing deal. Check it out. If you don't have Viveport Infinity, here's your chance to check it out for free and check out Gamertag's channel. And like I said, I highly doubt that you aren't already subscribed. So if you aren't, hit the bell.
Joe Bargain Hunter's out there like making emails like mad now so that he could
Mm.
enter GT's giveaway 75 times.
I won 7 different months. I'll tell you, that's a good deal though. Even 1 month, uh,
Yeah.
you're gonna get to try Zombieland apparently, which is one of the best games on there. So
Dude, well, again, we could do 3 hours on just the top releases that are on Infinity, and then we could do another 3 hours on hidden gems. It's amazing.
yeah, I forgot to go to Star Color. It is out there. It is also mentioned in that thing. I was focusing so much on Zombieland because it's such a good deal. I really like that game.
All right, and that brings us to our final platform of this week's free stuff and killer deals, and it also happens to be home of this week's deal of the week. Fanatical's Extreme VR Bundle Route, $17, gives you 10 games: Pros Enlightenment, ATEC Cybernetic, Sprint Vector, Gadgeteer, Moose Life, Sculptor VR, Summoner, The Ruined Village, Contractors, Zero Caliber,
Mm.
and Operation Warcade. All of that for $17.
God, dude, just for Gadgeteer, Moose Life alone, got Contractors. They're all big hitters, dude. They're all games I would say you should buy anyway. Operation Warcade, one of the best games that's been in VR for several years. Uh, Definitely amazing. And how many shooters? What, two or three shooters there, right?
Well, I mean, it's pretty huge that Contractors and Zero Caliber are both in this bundle for $17 because $17 is a good sell price for either of those games. And in fact, when we were talking about the Steam sale earlier, we were recommending Zero Caliber at $20. We recommended Contractors at 15. That would be $35 if you were to buy the two of those, or you could get this bundle for $17, get both of those games, and then get all the other games: Warcade, Moose Life, Gadgeteer, ATEC. I mean, so many great games here for $17. It's one of the better bundles I've ever seen.
That's crazy. That's right in the middle of those two. Contractors for 15, Zero Caliber for 20, or you can buy Fanatical's deal, get it for 17, and get all those other games. Moose Life alone. Moose Life is one of those games that everybody laughs about because it sounds ridiculous, the premise of a moose or whatever. They just the name alone, and they're like, what is this? But it's so good that it's just really cool to see it in a package like this where a lot of people are going to try it for the first time, not even knowing what it is, and it's going to be the gem of what they picked up, right? They're going to be like, dude, out of all those games, this is the best one, or one of them for sure.
I think I'm going to try to start an online movement to get Jeff Minter's games onto Oculus Quest. You know, it was one of the narratives when I first started getting into VR content creation was about how that guy couldn't turn a profit with Polybius, which is one of the best games I've ever played in VR, or one of my favorites anyway. Um, and now here we have, VR's cash cow, the Oculus Quest. We have, in the Oculus Quest 2, a piece of hardware that is ideal to run these high frame rate, low poly games that are greasy fast. I mean, it's just too perfect. I mean, I don't know what this guy's thinking. Why his stuff isn't at least on App Lab yet.
Nah, I'm sure it's coming. Spry Guy says he's finished Gadgeteer the other day. He really liked it. Definitely really good.
Yeah. Awesome, chill game.
Yep.
All right, that is not the only bundle coming from Fanatical this week, though. There's also the Ultimate VR bundle, where you get to pick 6 games from a big list for $23. And the really cool thing about this one, Roots, is there's actually some Oculus keys in here if you choose. The 2 or 3 of these games gives you the option Steam or Oculus. Looks like four different games.
That is really cool. A lot of people discount the fact that people don't always want Steam. Some people want the Oculus SDK, bro. And now you get an option. That's cool.
But really quickly, you get to pick 6 from Star Trek Bridge Crew, Swords of Gargantua, Creed Rise to Glory. I about to say Glory. That's what the copy on the Asian store is called. Rise to Glory.
That's the
Pinball
Viveport
FX2
version.
VR. Yeah, right, the Viveport version. Pinball FX2 VR, Bloody Zombies, Ultra Wings, Eagle Flight, a must-own game in Transference, Abode 1 and 2, Dick Wild, Electronauts, Werewolves Within, Space Junkies, Pixel Rip 1989, Dick Wild 2, The Assembly, and Chess Ultra. That's quite a list, Roots. You get your pick, 6 titles, $23. That's less than $4 each.
What's crazy, and I won't go into which ones I think are good or not on that list, but there's definitely at least 6 where you could pick the, you're going to get 6 amazing games for a good deal. And Bloody Zombies, dude, we forgot about that one. I know I picked it up. I think you did too. We need to check this out, dude. I want to run through this gauntlet.
Yeah, I've never played this game, and I've always wanted to. I've just been waiting on the right crew, man. Like, I don't want to play it by myself. This is a multiplayer game, and it looks amazing.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, so, I mean, you can even play with flat players in this thing if you have it on PlayStation.
Yeah, there's no excuse. No excuse, damn it. Get in there with us. Let's play it.
Yeah. And with that said, that's going to wrap up this week's Free Stuff and Killer Deals. Let us know what you bought in the description down below. I'm sorry, in the comments down below. I know you bought something. You at least picked something up for free. We need those comments to fight the evil algorithm. Let us know what you picked up in the comments down below.
I may or may not have picked up the deal that we were talking about, Cubism and Res Infinite. So we'll see.
That's an amazing deal. $21 for 2 Quest games. I'm pretty sure that Cubism, at least, I want to say that that's a cross-buy title, but I'm not sure that it's on Rift. Let's figure it out together before we sign off.
I'm thinking about
Oculus cross-buy apps.
Thinking about picking up a Quest 2 for my dad for Father's Day. What do you think? Think it'd be good?
I think that's a great gift. They had them on Target a couple of days ago for $250 for the 64 gigabyte.
I know. I actually went to go check and see if that was still on sale, because that's what made me think about it. And it's gone. It's not on sale. It's still $299 now. My thing is I'm hoping to split it with at least one of my siblings. We'll see.
All right, so Cave Digger still on sale, $1.99, 90% off on the Oculus Quest store. This is a cross-buy title, Cave Digger, and my noggin didn't fail me, Roots. Cubism is indeed cross-buy title. Normally priced $10, so you put that with the 25 to 30 for Res, you've got yourself a pretty damn good deal at $21.
Cave Digger is only $1 for the which version?
It's $1.99 for on the Quest store right now. And again, it's cross-buy, so you'll get it on Rift as well.
Yeah, because actually the demo was pretty cool.
There you go. Anyway, if you're new to the channel, please hit the big red subscribe button as well as the bell right next to it to stay up with our ever-increasing content library here on the Virtual Strangers channel. If you're not new to the channel and you want to do something a little extra to help us grow, to help support us, if you're in favor of the ever expanding content library here on the Virtual Strangers channel, consider joining our Patreon, where for as little as $3 per month, you get all sorts of awesome stuff, including our weekly show notes, which are newly enhanced with links and trailers and all sorts of cool stuff. You'll get the the occasional insider update, and I'm going to include videos like today's. Those are kind of insider updates as I bring the folks along with me as I tried out these demos today. I'm again, if you're a patron, go on there and there's a couple gameplays, probably about an hour of content altogether for you guys to enjoy. And then there's the money show, which is happening on it seems like a ever so rare occasion these days. But when we do manage to get the stars to align well enough to do a money show, they always turn out pretty awesome.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely.
$3 per month, not per week, not per day. $3 per month gets you all that, and then you also get to lay your head down on the pillow and sleep at night for supporting the best kept secret in VR, Virtual Strangers.
Yeah, absolutely. And if you don't have the money, support us with the shares.
Yeah.
Share the content, join us on the Discord so that we can when we're going live. Wes is always announcing a couple hours early, right? It's almost impossible to miss when the show's starting if you got the Discord open. So it's a good place to go.
Yeah, yeah, I always try to give everybody a 2 hour heads up whenever we schedule these episodes. So if the YouTube notification system is broken, as it often is, you can always count on that Discord reminder.
Yeah, plus Wes left the light on for you and everything, Come home, bro. We're
Come on
waiting.
home.
Yeah.
Home for the hardcore gaming, VR gaming enthusiast, Virtual Strangers Discord.
Yeah, and if you're trying to get a PlayStation 5, Derail is hooking up people left and right with links every day, it seems like. And Diz still hasn't gotten his yet. Damn you, Diz.
Yeah, he got into that automatic queue, and I guess it kicked him out somehow. I don't know. Generally,
Yeah.
that thing will stay open forever.
I just miss the days of going into some place and picking it up off the shelf and walking out and telling people, screw you. Taking my PlayStation 5 home, playing it right now. Crazy. Crazy, not crazy. It's crazy.
Onakazi on June 4th, Yak tweeted he was testing a native build of Moose Life.
Ooh.
Awesome.
Nice. Here we go. Do it.
Wolveraza, doing my small part, as small as my part is. Wait. $3 support. Thank you for the donation. We'll be really
appreciate you, Wolveraza, and the content you're putting out there. Check out his channel for sure. He's putting out content and letting people know that even if you are having issues in life, if you're disabled in any way, you can still get into VR. That's really really uplifting channel. So
yeah, VR is an amazing technology. It enables so many people to do so many things, and there's so much untapped potential here that we're going to get to see unfold over the coming months and years. It's an exciting time for technology, and I'm pretty sure, Roots, that VR is probably going to be in my last will and testament, or my living will. Like on the page that deals with whether or not they should pull the plug on you when you're on life support. I think one of the qualifying factors of that's going to be, if you put a VR headset on my face, do I smile? If I'm smiling with that thing on when you put it on me, don't pull the plug just yet. Put on Half-Life Alex, or I guess at that point I would need something a little more passive, right? Put me in Terminus or something.
who knows? Maybe you'll be living in there. It will be so far in the future. VR is such a crazy, amazing technology that I went in the White House the other day and I was hanging out with President Obama in real time, dude, and he was president, bro. And that's how you can go right back in time to a simpler time in life.
Yeah. Yeah, back before they put the fence up, right?
Yeah, there was no fence, dude. It was cool.
Anyway, with that said, friends, we'd like to thank you all once again for watching. For Roots, I'm Wes. We will see you tomorrow for the headlines. Good night.
Take it easy.